Starting a new business can be overwhelming, and doing the right things first can mean the difference between an outstanding business launch and a total business failure. In this video, we cover off what I consider to be the 10 most important, in fact vital, startup items for your new business startup checklist. Coming up next on Holy Schmidt.
Holy Schmidt!
Hi gang, it's Jeff Schmidt with HolySchmidt.com. If you're new to this channel and you want to learn how to crush the competition, grow your business, master your taxes, and other entrepreneurial related stuff, don't forget to hit subscribe below and ring the bell so that you don't miss a thing. There's a reason that 9 out of 10 businesses fail. It's because the owner is an artist or a craftsman or a tradesman or a specialist in what they do. They're not entrepreneurs. This list is my best starting a new business advice, and it has helped many entrepreneurs jumpstart their business over the years. Stick around to the end. I'm going to show you the Jeff Schmidt method to always know where to focus your energy as it relates to customers and context, which will help you skyrocket your business. The first point is making sure you always offer a killer product or service offering. Incidentally, the best product can overcome a lot of deficiencies in entrepreneurship, but if you're competing on price and not quality, you need to have mastered the basics of being an entrepreneur. The next point is knowing what your own killer unfair advantage is. Everybody, and I mean everybody, has that one thing that they are better at than just about everybody else. Are you a people person? Do you have the gift of gab? Do you have an eye for detail? Can you see things that other people can't see? Do you have an outstanding network, one that others would envy in your industry? Are you the best technician in the market? And when I say technician, it means are you the best at what you do? It doesn't matter if you're a plumber, a doctor, a lawyer, an internet specialist, a YouTuber, it doesn't matter. Are you just the best? Finally, are you a problem solver? Do you see problems as an opportunity or a reason to shut down, which is far too many people in my opinion, by the way. This next point is super important, and that is knowing your buyer persona. Who are you selling to? If you had to describe that person in one sentence, who would it be? What is their age? Are they 15, 25, 35, or 65? What is their gender? Is your offering gender specific? What is their income level? What is their social status? Is your customer an everyday Joe, or do they belong to the lifestyles of the rich and famous? What do they care about? What is their education level? What problem does your product or service solve for them specifically? You need to niche down hard here and understand that buyer completely, and then build everything you do around one single buyer. And then others that have similar characteristics will tend to follow. But if you focus in on the exact buyer of your product or service, then you're going to be far more successful than just offering something to somebody somewhere. This next part is so important, yet most people completely ignore it, and that is, who are your top 3 competitors? The reason is that they run a successful business that will serve as a blueprint for how you do what you do in the future. This method of designing your business based on their blueprint often turns decades into months for many, many entrepreneurs. Let me give you some questions to think about. When did they start their company? How did they start their company? Where did they start their company? Why did they choose this market right here? How big is their business? How did they acquire their customers? What is outstanding about what they offer? They had to have gotten some success from something. What are the weaknesses in their offering that you don't have that you can exploit? Importantly, what's their price point? What do they charge for their product or service? That's important to know when setting your price. If they have employees, how much do they pay them? What equipment do they use? Where do they advertise? How do they find their clients and customers? Do they have referral services? Do they put ads in the newspaper or television? Is it word of mouth? Is it the big banner that people see when they drive by their business? Is it internet advertising? What exactly do they do? Where and exactly how do they interact with their customers? How do they bill their customers? Is it once a month, once a quarter, once a year? Is it in advance, or is it in arrears? The next point is your logo or your branding. Do you have a logo? Do you know what your color scheme is? Do you know what your color palettes are? Do you know what your font is? This may seem like no big deal, but in fact it is a huge deal, because every opportunity you have to brand your company today means you don't have to do it tomorrow. So I would start right now and get this right. It's your logo, it's your color scheme, it's your fonts. Those are the biggies. And there are services you can use like Fiverr.com, which will do it for you for 50 bucks. In fact, a funny story, the Holy Schmidt Splat was designed by me and my wife and kids over dinner one night. We thought, what would be impactful and kind of funny and whimsical at the same time? Also, something that you may not fully know, once you get underway, that logo will serve as the light on the hill when things get difficult. And things do get difficult from time to time when you run your own business. The next point is your website and custom email. Make no mistake, you need both. If you've ever dealt with somebody in business who uses joe.schmo@gmail.com, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know that they're a startup. You know that they probably are just okay at what they do. And the fact of the matter is, you can go to a place like GoDaddy.com and get a website and custom email for about 20 bucks. And a website is essential for almost any business, whether you're an internet-based business or you are a brick and mortar store. You have to have a website. You just do. A website is your brochure. It is the 3-page fold-out brochure that they gave away back in the day. Now you just give someone your URL and boom, you're done. It allows you to deliver your message. It helps people find you. You don't have to find them with a website. Number 7, set up your social media ASAP and understand which social media is appropriate for what you do. Facebook is great for digital product sales, for example. LinkedIn would be highly useful if you're a recruiter, but probably not great for authors like me. Speaking of authors, YouTube would be wonderful for authors, but not great if you're trying to set up an accounting practice. The next point is get all of your technology up and running ASAP. This is your phone and your email on your phone. It's dedicated telephone numbers outside of your mobile phone. The next to the last point is the one I referred to at the beginning, and that is getting your customer and your industry contact lists in order and appropriately characterized. Let me use mine as an example. Mine might have well over 1,000 people that I would have some sort of business interaction with, whether it's minor or major, over the course of any 12 to 24 month period. But most individuals can't work with more than 100 people at a time, effectively anyway. So I use what's called the 5-4-3-2-1 method. All of my contacts start off as a 1, and over the course of time I push them up, and most of it happens very quickly. If someone is important to you and you're talking to them on a daily basis, you immediately give them a 5. And if you're talking to them on a weekly basis, a 4, a monthly basis, a 3. Now, if you limit the top 5, 4, and 3s to 100 people total, so I only have 5 number 5s, and those are the folks that I talk to daily. I'm allowed 20 number 4s, and these are people that I talk to weekly. And I'm allowed 75 3s, and these are important contacts, but I might talk to them once a month. Now, the objective of the 5-4-3-2-1 method is you're constantly adding your new names to the bottom, and you're making a decision. Do I try to develop them to a 5, 4, or 3? And if so, you have to take somebody out of the top 3 positions. This allows you to prudently manage your contacts because you're making a decision about who is helpful and who is not in your journey to build your business. The last point is pure and simple. In conjunction with all of this, you need a simple business plan. You don't need one to go out and raise capital. That's something that requires a lot of work and a lot of thought. But you do need something to organize what you're doing into goals. And I have one on holyschmidt.com. It's free for you. If you go to holyschmidt.com/YouTube, you'll find it there. And it's called the Back of the Envelope Business Plan. It's a 15-page report. It's very easy to use. And we cover off basically half a dozen really important points. These are purpose, product, market, customers, and what is financial success today and in the future. Gang, this next segment is just an add-on checklist. It doesn't have the emphasis that the other points do, but you do need to get these administrative items out of the way. You need a business insurance policy, more than likely. If your business requires licenses, you need to get those. If you need to incorporate, this should come at the very beginning. If you need to set up a home office, many of you will be operating out of your home. This is something you should do right away. You'll need accounting software such as QuickBooks. If you need to acquire special trade tools and gear, that's something you should do right away. If your business requires proper clothing, then you need to get this. You need to at least identify the professional services that you may need, like legal or accounting services. For those of you with children, you may need to potentially arrange for childcare. And as I mentioned before, you may need additional training, and a place like Udemy is wonderful for that. That's my top 10 list, and if you think there are others that are important that aren't shown here, just add them in the comments below. Also, if you'd like to learn about real-time marketing, click the video right here, and if you liked what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.